22, final game of the regular season for the Associated Nuggets in San Antonio, looking to clinch the 3 seed with a win in the West. Jokic playing, Wemby not. First quarter action. Jokic cutting to the basket, lays it in. A few minutes later, Carter Bryant for the Spurs has the temerity to throw it down on Jokic. Well, that only got him going. You don't do this on number 15 and get away with it. Halfway through the second quarter, Jokic, top of the key, 3. That rhymes. A few possessions later, off of a miss, Jokic with the tip. Denver up 19. Next possession, Jokic inside the paint with a floater finisher. 22-0 run in the second quarter, tied for the longest unanswered run the Spurs have given up in the play-by-play era. Denver up at the break. Jokic sat the second half. Bruce Brown does the rest here. Nuggets go on a win, clinch that 3 seed. All Jokic needed to do is play 15 minutes Sunday to meet the 65-game threshold for postseason awards. He played 18 minutes, got 23 points, 8 boards. This is ridiculous. The Joker averaged nearly 13 rebounds and 11 assists per game this season, both of which led the league. He is the first player in league history to lead in both of those categories in a season. Nuggets locked into the 3. At the same time, the Lakers at home against the Jazz. LeBron early first quarter. Steps back, knocks it down. Lakers up 4 early on. Later in the first, the steal. James on the break. Lobs it to Ayton. 32-22 at the end of the first for Los Angeles. Second quarter, James on the inbound. And the basket. 18-6-4. LeBron sat for the second half as well. Marcus Smart to Rui Hachimura. 22-10 for Rui. Third quarter, Bronny's in the game with the steal. Bronny with the lay-in. Lakers are cruising. Drew Timmy. Dalton connects. I'm yelling. 131-107 is the final, as the Lakers are the 4 seed taking on the Rockets 5 seed. Nuggets and T-Wolves 3-6. The Thunder and the Spurs are your top 2 seeds, waiting for whoever emerges from the play-in tournament. The Clippers beat the Warriors tonight. They'll redo it again in the 9-10. Suns and the Blazers are the 7-8 matchup in the play-in tournament. And joining us now after calling Nugget Spurs right here on ESPN is somebody who walked in the building 2 years before I walked out of it. Back here now on SportsCenter together. Tim Legler, good to see you, Tim. How are you, brother?
Rich, great to be on with you again. Good talking to you, and I'm really happy as anybody you're going to find that we finally have postseason matchups, and the playoffs are right around the corner. A lot of injuries this year in the regular season, but the playoffs are going to be phenomenal.
Well, let's start with a couple of injuries to the Lakers that could affect how long they are in the playoffs. We know that the Lakers are taking on the Rockets in the first round, Tim, and the Lakers handled the Rockets very well the last time they faced them in a week, twice. But that was back in March when Luka was the Western Conference Player of the Month and the Lakers with Austin Reeves were going off. Now neither guy are in. Give me the scenario in which LeBron and the rest of the Lakers can get through the Rockets without those other 2.
Man, it's such an uphill climb now without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. You know, a duo that combined for just under 60 points this year between the 2 of them. LeBron James really taking on that third role offensively, certainly capable of being a great player on any given night. But to ask anybody at 41 years old to now really put an offense on your shoulders going into a playoff series where teams can really focus in on you game by game and figure out ways to try to exploit a team's weaknesses. Without that additional offensive firepower, this is going to be a very difficult task for the Lakers against the Houston Rockets. And it's a shame because they had finally hit their stride, and they actually were starting to get into the conversation of what team team could upset the apple cart out there that we haven't talked about. You know, Oklahoma City, San Antonio are contenders. Denver as well is in that mix. The Lakers were the one other team you looked at because of how hot they were, and unfortunately just decimated with those 2 injuries. So it'll be a very interesting series, but an awful lot to ask of LeBron James to be out there as the lone offensive star for this team.
Nonetheless, they're going to ask him to do that. Now, as for the play-in tournament, 8 teams, 2 conferences. Give me the play-in tournament team that is best equipped to play out and make a nice deep run into the playoffs, Tim.
I think one in each conference I would look at. I'd look at Charlotte, and they're going to have to win 2 games, but they've been some story here for a few months, and they're doing it on both ends of the floor. Incredibly fun. They're entertaining. They're high-powered offensively. They're young. That's a team that's going to be very interesting to see how they perform in the play-in. And then out west, I'm looking at the Clippers, the way that they turned their season around after starting 6-21. And you've got a Kawhi Leonard on that team. You've got a ton of playoff experience. Now, they're going to play the Golden State Warriors in that first game with Steph Curry now just coming back to the action. So that's a fascinating play-in game to get Kawhi Leonard and Steph Curry. But if I look at a team that potentially, could make a run out of the play-in by winning 2 games, the Clippers look like a team that potentially could do that. But look, Phoenix and Portland are both good teams too, and so one of those 2 teams is going to get to 7. Whoever wins that Clippers-Golden State game is going to have to go on the road against either Phoenix or Portland. That won't be easy, but I look at that veteran leadership. I look at a guy like Kawhi Leonard, the year he had. That, to me, would be a team I'd look at and say, hey, maybe they're capable of pulling it off.
Yeah, especially for a team that when they traded away Harden and Zubac, everybody thought they were already looking to future years. Now, this could be a year for them to get out of the play-in tournament and make some noise potentially. Tim, great to see you, man.
Always, Rich. Talk to you soon.
Score in the history of the sport, fresh off of that win in Washington, D.C., Alex Ovechkin here on SportsCenter. How you doing, Alex?
Very good, thank you.
What's going through your mind right now?
We're still in the battle, still fighting for playoff spots, so it's a good thing.
Well, but I'm sure you know the rest of the hockey world is looking over the final games of the season for you and wondering about your future. And I'm wondering if you wouldn't mind letting fans and all of us know what your decision-making process is on this front right now, Alex.
Yeah. I just said it before. We're going to make a decision in the summer. Right now, I'll concentrate on last games. Tomorrow we fly to Columbus, and it's going to be the biggest game of the year. So I don't think about the future right now. Like how I said, I concentrate to help my team make it last.
That said, your teammate Dylan Strome, it sure looked like he purposely got thrown out of the opening faceoff to start the game so you could take it against Sidney Crosby. Did you know that was going to happen?
No, I was kind of surprised. I was battled with Malkin, and referee said, okay, go get a face-off. So I tried to win, but it's hard to do it against Sid.
Well, this was your 100th game, including the playoffs, being on the same ice as an opponent of Crosby. What, if you wouldn't mind us asking, that you're willing to share of your conversation you had with Sidney after today's game, Alex?
We just exchange sticks, jerseys, and we just wish you best of luck in the playoffs. And obviously his dad was here. We took a picture, and over those years we have a really good relationship, and it's a great history. It's a great moment, and the fans and you guys love those kind of things.
So if this is your last home game in front of the Washington Capitals fans, what is your message to them, Alex? What is it?
I don't know if it's going to be my last. It was my last game or not, but how I said today, thank you for support, for love, and especially tonight, because that energy, what they give us right away, we take it and we play unbelievable tonight.
And if you could go back in time and talk to the Alex Ovechkin who played Game 1 in the NHL, what message would you give him today?
Enjoy the moment.
Well, it looks like you enjoyed the moment today. I send my best to you and your family, and I hope you get to play some more games. And if not, maybe you come on SportsCenter, you talk about your career.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
You bet. That's Alex Ovechkin after what could be his final home game in the NHL right here on SportsCenter. There he goes. You can